Horns up and welcome to a brand new episode of Headbanger's Kitchen. Folks, chicken and rice is my go-to meal. It's something I can eat every single day. In fact, I have done a meal prep video of the chicken rice that I eat regularly. Click here on the I button and watch it if you haven't. Now today, we are going to be making one of my favorites, a soya sauce chicken. This is chicken that's been braised in a beautifully fragrant soya sauce gravy with mushrooms, and we're going to throw some spring onions and ginger, and it is going to be delicious, guys. I'm drooling just thinking about it. Anyway, enough jibber jabber, let's get cooking. We're going to start by taking some dried shiitake mushrooms and putting them in a bowl. You can order these mushrooms online or you can find them at your local Asian grocery store, and it's worth buying and keeping a packet on hand in your pantry. Now I will pour boiling water over the mushrooms and cover them and let them soak for about 30 to 40 minutes. Now let's prep our other ingredients, and I'll start with some ginger. Just get a thumb size piece, and now we're just gonna slice it diagonally so that we've got nice big pieces of ginger. Now for our garlic, we're just going to smash the cloves with the side of the knife. No chopping needed, just breaking them open to release their flavor. And now our spring onion will be cut into 1-inch long pieces. Now for this recipe, I will be using full chicken legs with the bone and the skin. But as always, you can make this recipe with skinless chicken, boneless chicken, but I would recommend sticking to leg and thigh meat. But if you do use breast meat, remember that it cooks super quickly. Once your mushrooms are done soaking for about 30 minutes, it's time to remove them from the water and make sure you give the mushrooms a good squeeze because they are like a sponge and will be plenty soaked. Once you're done fondling the fungus, it's time to strain that water. Basically, you want to get rid of any dirt that might have been there on the mushrooms. And now you've got an amazing flavorful mushroom stock. Ooh yeah! Now before we get cooking, we just want to remove the stems of the mushroom as those are chewy, rubbery and pretty much inedible. I will leave the mushrooms whole, but you can slice them if you like. Time to cook our chicken, and I get my pan on the stove and add in some oil. And I immediately place the chicken in the pan skin side down. What we're doing is a technique used with duck breast. You start the meat in a cold pan, and as the heat gradually increases, the fat starts to render and the bird cooks in its own fat. Chicken is less fatty than duck, that is why I added a bit of oil to the pan. Anyway, just let that cook for a good 5 to 6 minutes, and then once you've got a nice golden brown on one side, flip it over. Now just let it sear on the other side for about 2 minutes, and while that's happening, just admire how good that golden brown skin looks. Ooh yeah! After 2 minutes, remove the chicken from the pan, and now add in your ginger, the garlic, the spring onion, and just saute that for about half a minute. Then I add in a cinnamon stick and some star anise, and I continue to saute for another minute. Then I add in my mushrooms and give everything a good mix. And I saute this for another minute as well. Now I add that mushroom stock to the pan, and then I add in some dark soya sauce and some cooking sake. I then add the chicken legs back into the pan. I also add a bit of water, and now you bring the liquid up to a boil and then turn down the heat and cover and cook for about 15 to 20 minutes till the chicken is cooked. Now every 5 minutes or so, I will pop open the lid and flip that chicken over so that it really gets coated and covered in that soya sauce braising liquid. Of course, if I had used a different pan and covered the chicken completely, I wouldn't have to do this. Anyway, after about 15 to 20 minutes, my chicken is done, and you can see that the meat is pulling away from the bones, and that means the chicken is fully cooked. Make sure you taste the braising liquid as well for seasoning. If it needs any, add some, but mine is perfectly fine. And just look at that gorgeous chicken and that beautiful braising liquid, which you will drink like a soup. Anyway, now just admire those beautiful legs, those beautiful chicken legs, and those gorgeous mushrooms and that lovely dark soya sauce broth. Now I will serve my chicken over some rice, cauliflower rice if you're on keto. I will add those mushrooms and serve it alongside some broth, which I will garnish with some spring onion. And now I spoon some of that broth over the chicken and take a moment to admire, and then finish with some spring onion green. And there you have it. Our soya sauce braised chicken is ready, and it's the perfect chicken rice meal. Eat it all day, every day. And of course, folks, I can't let you leave before I cut into the chicken. So pour some of that sauce over, break off some of that perfectly cooked chicken. When you see that succulent and juicy meat, all I can think about is enough jibber jabber, let's eat. Alright folks, it's time to taste the soya sauce chicken and I can't wait to dig in. I got a bit of the chicken, some mushroom, let's taste. Juicy. Oh my god. This is heaven on a plate for me. There's a reason I eat chicken and rice every single day. The meat is moist and juicy and succulent and tender. And I love that flavor of soya sauce and mushroom and rice. I mean, it just goes beautifully. There's a harmony in this dish. I better chew first. This is an absolute favorite, my friends. There's nothing else to say. It is just amazing. Anyway, I hope you guys are going to make this. Like I said, if you're keto, eat it with cauliflower rice. And I will see you on the next episode of Headbangers Kitchen. Until then, cheers and keep cooking. Headbangers Kitchen is made possible by all these legends whose names are popping up on the screen. These are the people who support me on Patreon and have joined my YouTube channel memberships. Thank you all, you are absolute legends. You make it possible for me to continue to make videos. So, thank you. And smash that like button if you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and keep watching more and more Headbangers Kitchen videos. But when it comes to eating meat on a daily basis, chicken is my meat. What am I saying? I better plan this and come back.